Good point on the back of going 1-0 down and having to chase the game towards the end. I thought it was a really good game of football. Two really good teams. They're obviously in form at the moment and very strong at home. We watched their game from the weekend and they sort of blew Newport away in the second half, so we knew what to expect in terms of how good they were at home, but they certainly put us under pressure tonight, but we withstood it really well. Disappointed with the goal we conceded, but then to get back in the game and to potentially nick it towards the end of the game as well. Look, I think a draw is probably a fair result.
A couple of Chayness, is it due to illness? What's the situation with that? Hiram dropped out late.
Hiram got injured in the warm-up, literally probably one of the last kicks before the warm-up. So we'll assess that injury. Jaden was under the weather over the weekend and didn't train yesterday and had a sort of day in bed Sunday, Monday. So it is what it is in terms of those personnel. But then, you know, got away with the bench, it affected the game tonight. Holmesy coming on and Jaden obviously coming on, we just felt he could probably get a half an hour burst out of him as opposed to a 90 minutes at a slower pace. But yeah, the squad's certainly going to be stretched. Like I said, we'll see how Hiram is. But all the boys did well tonight. I was pleased with that. Look, we've been slightly disappointed the last 3 away games in terms of we wanted to draw up to change those points in terms of draws into wins. Tonight that was a proper game of football and we're pleased with a point.
Probably two very different halves. The first half, so defended very well and probably they nicked the ball quite high at the pitch, probably just couldn't create that chance.
Yeah, nothing really opened up for either team. First half, like I said, they had the majority of the possession, but without hurting us. We say that regularly because that's the way we play at certain times. And when we did pinch it high up the pitch, we just couldn't control that final pass to create an opening. Second half, you know, it was quite an open game. You know, you sat down on the bench and you're nervous because you think there's chances at both ends, but that's the way it goes. And we were trying to attack towards the end, and if anything, we were getting strong as the game went on.
And great to see breaking through Holmes, so a good finish from him.
Great finish, and Lee Martin in terms of the build-up. But I just said to him, I think Jono cleared one from under his bar, as did Aaron Martin, at 1-0. You've got to stay in the game at 1-0 and give yourself an opportunity. And like I say, we could have nicked at the end. That probably we wouldn't have deserved it if we'd have won that game tonight. Not based on the performance, but based on Crawley's display.
It must be so pleasing to see when you get level. First thought is go and get another goal.
Yeah, that's our intent, and it has been throughout this season. You know, we've got an attacking mentality about us. We've got good attacking players, and we might as well use them and get them on the ball as much as we can. Look, every game is going to be different. I say this regularly. Every team's going to have the right to play well against us, and like I say, we withstood it for the majority of tonight, and grew into the game. We just, you know, we didn't have that quite killer finish before their goal. We did create a couple of chances though towards the end. So look, like I say, I'm pleased with the point.
2 away trips, 2 points, and a good place going into Forest Green on Saturday.
Yeah, like I say, I've been privately disappointed on the back of the Grimsby and the Yeovil and the Port Vale, because we needed to turn some of those games into 3 points. But tonight, you know, they are in a good vein of form, and they're a team towards the top end of the table, so that was always going to be difficult. So I'm really pleased with a point tonight on the back of 2 long journeys. Like you say, it just makes Saturday even more important than it was already. Every game is important, but our home form has generally been good. So we're going to fly into that game, got to look after the bodies the next couple of days and look after the personnel, and hopefully we'll have as many fit players as possible going into Saturday.